All right, let's give this a go. Hopefully you guys can hear me. It looks like my microphone is working. Looks like the tunes are a little bit loud, so I'm just going to knock them down ever so slightly. There we go. Welcome along, everybody, on this lovely Thursday evening. Let me just bring up my window so I can say hello to everybody. So we've got Mr. G, Andy Magic Knight, Fitren, Prow7, Prince Phase, Steps for a ClickTech UK, Russell Mills. Who else have we got? Hayes Maker as well. Welcome. Yeah, I don't know why I had no sound. That was very weird. Amok 64. I like that. See, now I always called you Amok as I introduced the stream, but now I'm probably going to call you Amok 64 every time because of the way I read it out. So, I think that's everybody. Never is though, is it? Wicked. Yes, it was OBS. I just restarted OBS and it was fine. I've no idea why. Very weird. Truton is high. Zapatelia high. Russell Mills. I think I said Russell Mills already. Welcome. Kenneth Myra. Welcome. See if seems so. Yeah, it does seem to be working now. That's good. No one's complaining that they can't hear me, which is good. Dr. Goggles, welcome. I think that's everybody now. Every time I say that, though, somebody else appears on the list, so just double check down the list. No, that does seem to be it. That's cool. So what's going on tonight on this stream, says Steps? I'll answer that in a second. That's the end of the list. All right, cool. The short answer is I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really planned anything for tonight. I was asleep again. It seems if I eat, if it's dark and I eat, I fall asleep. That seems to be the rule now. Unless I want to go to sleep. If I want to go to sleep, if I eat, then I definitely don't fall asleep. If I want to go to sleep, the simple rule is I can't go to sleep. So, have you thought of doing dissect tutorial type streams again? You missed those. Yes, I might do at some point. But to be honest, it's just because I've got so many games on the go now. It's hard to kind of find the time to fit them in. But I may do the odd one here and there. I might do them as more impromptu streams. So I might occasionally, if no one's streaming, I might just do a random dissect stream. So can you do a 4-way scrolling one? Yes, that's a lot of people have asked for that. I mean, I can certainly do a basic one, but trying to do one that's very optimal, that will scroll full color 4 ways and do it in even 2-3 hour sessions would be very difficult. The full color scroll I wrote for Doc was about 6 iterations, I think. It took me about 2 months to write, in various iterations of it, with gaps in between. It wasn't 2 months of solid writing, but it was kind of written, optimized, written, optimized, written, optimized. So can I do a HTML CSS one? No. Never want to do that again unless I absolutely have to. I don't want to do it again. So I'll do a little bit for my stream overlay, but that's about it. So yeah, as for what we're going to do tonight, I do not know yet. I'm going to run the game and take a look. I think probably what it's going to be is play a collision, not with the background, but play a collision with things that can kill you, because we don't have that yet. So can you show us the current state of the game? I usually miss the industry. Yeah, of course, can do. Thank you for the gift sword Amok to Spooky64. And welcome to the subs, and thanks for the gift sub as well, Amok. Appreciated. And thanks for the emotes as well. I hope everybody enjoys those emotes. Oh, there's some weird ones there as well. What's that one? Oh, K-pop. Okay. It's a K-pop promotion for some reason. All right. I'll quickly show where we're at with the game, and then I will start the quiz. And we'll crack on with stuff. So on the last stream, we got the larger minds working. I don't know if they're going to be active on this screen or not, actually. Oh yeah, they are. There we go. So we've got those big mines working. So the difference with the big ones is they fire 6 shots out instead of just 4. Um, and obviously they take 3x3 block of characters up rather than a 2x2 block. So you see with this, it shoots out 6. So that's all working now. There was a few bugs around there. It took a bit longer than I'd anticipated. Oh, there is a bug actually here that we need to look at. So when you scroll down a screen, so I might do that first actually. So you see when I scroll up, I appear just above here, which is kind of what we want. You want to be able to go up and then immediately go left and right. But when you go down, you do end up in the right spot, but for a split second, you're in the wrong spot. Don't know if you can see that. What's that slowdown when the particles of the exploding? Slowdown. There shouldn't be any slowdown at the moment. Everything is actually it's the particles. The particles could slow down a bit, but they shouldn't do. It could be something related to the yeah, it could be something related to the CPU, but it seems to be fine. Not seeing any slowdown. Hey Proton. All right, let's start the quiz. All right, are you ready? Yeah, just about to do it, Andy. See, your lag is back. All right, you ready? Let's go. Can I have 10K to all? Oh, okay, fair enough. No, I know what it is. Nice. Yeah. Okay, so first thing I want to do actually is try and fix this bug. Oh, as for what I'm drinking just a Claudeline strawberry and lime cider. Um, I was kind of I wasn't going to drink tonight, but I thought, well, whatever. I'll have 2 bottles. I'll be fine. Okay, so why is this transition wrong? It just seems to be not moving as far enough, but only sometimes as well. Which is no. Is it because we're not moving? Let me slow it right down. Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't understand why it's different that way. It's fine this way. Oh, it's not actually. It's not fine that way either. Okay. Man, what is this tune? Oh, say this every time this comes on. It's got some questionable bits in it. Let's check going left and right as well. See what happens. Oh, it's the same. It's the same in all directions. It's just more apparent in some. Okay, that's interesting. It's the correction at the end that's throwing me. It's the correction at the end that's throwing me. That's the bit that's hard. I'm not sure why that's happening. Let's just whack the speed back up. Let's have a look at what's code is causing that. Okay. It's quite warm in here. I've been trying in vain to design a 3D print mount for the Pi Zero in the Spectrum case, so it's taken longer than I didn't anticipated. I think I need to do. I need to start again. The design I've got, I don't think is going to work. So I need to get my calipers out, do some measurements, and do a fresh design. I've got an idea how to do it differently. So I'm going to give that a try this week, and hopefully I get time. Okay, where is this then? Maps. I mean, I'm not sure where it is in here. Let's just take a look. This is our. Okay, we do have scroll up, down, left, right. Here, scroll up. Shift the player. Okay. Is it getting that shift from? Ah. Tweak devices here to adjust screen edge final positions. Okay, but this is going to change. So let's just make one of those really big. Let's just change that. Oops. Wait, this is Queen. But it says Highlander. Well, maybe that number just needs tweak. Oh no, there is an adjustment. I don't know why that adjustment happens. Let's just slow it down and let's just move off screen. Oh, of course. Yeah, that's why then. I mean, well, I guess it is the game music, so yeah. Right, so I want to see if it does any kind of correction here. It's always doing a correction. That's the bit I don't understand. Which makes me wonder is so let's put this back. Is something here just incorrect? Is it should it not be doing this? No, because this is just adding to the player position. I honestly have no idea why this would be any different. Hmm. Um, Trying to think what might be causing it. I'm pretty sure it never used to do this. So could it be? Wait, is it related to if I hold a button down? So if I just nudge so it immediately goes off? Bottled beer. No, it's are you talking to someone else? I'm drinking cider, not beer. I don't really do beer. I mean, I will drink it, but I mean, I'd rather not. Um, Thanks for the follow, I Kilani. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Right, so see, there doesn't seem to be going up. but it did appear. It did appear sometimes. But there's definitely a shift at the end when we go down. So what's happening here is the screen is doing its load through this bit here. Then it's loading in the static bank for the characters we need. It's loading those characters in, so that's fine. And then at that point, it says, where is it? Oh, we clear the persistence. Actually, what's map loader? Could it be actually in the screen itself? Maybe I'm doing something too much in the screen data. Let me have a look. So this is screen 13. Could it be these register entities, maybe, and update entities? Maybe this, for some reason, this is doing something odd. I wouldn't have thought so, but let's just rule that out and go and turn off the register and the update and the destroy as well. I'll deregister even. Just want to rule out if it's easy, because if it is easy, it might just be a case of blocking any movement on the player until those have completed. It shouldn't be though. It shouldn't be at all. So again, just need to keep our eye on. Oh shit! I'm not gonna be able to get past. Oh yeah, I can. Okay. No, I think that still did it. Yeah, it's still doing it. All right, so it's nothing to do with the entity code, which is a relief actually, because that would have been a nightmare to change at this stage. Well, it just moves me too far, but it's the correction at the end that's throwing me. It's really thrown me a lot. Can you put this music? I have no idea what that is, but if somebody wants to find it on SID player, then yeah, it has to be C64 music. Yeah, sorry, it's not. Okay. The music system we've got playing is an automatic. It's an automatic uh, kind of jukebox based on C64 tunes. Hmm. So, okay, let's return it because we know it's not the entities now, so we can return all those back. So the other question is, what else is it doing here at this point? So let's go and have a look at when a player goes off screen and look for the map loader. Next screen. Here we go. I mean, well, I guess for a start, it probably shouldn't be doing all of this code when it's finished. So one thing we can probably do here is change these to jumps. So it exits as soon as it's done that. I can't see that being a problem, but there is a small chance it may be doing something a little bit odd with the data down here. So let's give that a try. So it's going to run at 10%, isn't it? Let's put it on 50%. No, it's still correcting it. Okay. But we'll leave those in anyway because that is the correct way to deal with this. We shouldn't be doing anything else here. We jump to the next screen. So next screen is in here, and that's this bit here. So this is working out. It's loading the map and then it's resetting the scroll character here. And then that scroll count, I believe, is handled in the update. Let me. Okay. So this is our normal frame. What the hell's map tables update? I don't even know what that is. Map tables update. Oh, that is the the basic map thing, is it? Is it this? No, not this one. Let's move this over here. Yeah, I believe I wrote it. Yeah. Is it reading the stick during the screen scroll? No, I just tested that. Just wanted to make sure that it didn't read them. I mean, it shouldn't be anyway. It's worth a point. It might, for some reason, it might carry over the it might carry over the joystick control from previous frames for some reason. But during screen scroll, it shouldn't be doing anything. That's what I need to check. I need to check what's happening with the scroll counter update. So, hey, Anonym PDA. Hey, uh, okay. So, what am I looking for? I'm looking for. Completely forgot now. Map loader next screen. Okay, so that's was in here. And then that sets the scroll counter. So then I need to work out where that scroll counter is being used. I think it's been used in more than that because it's not enough just to say, okay, the scroll counter is 0. Something needs to know that it's scrolling the screen. And I think that has to be the game loop. The game loop must be doing something in here and working out if we're actually scrolling or not. Oh yeah, here we go. Scrolling map direction. So it just calls this scroll map and then frame exit, which is here. So it literally shouldn't be doing anything other than yeah, scrolling the map. That's all it should be doing. But then for some reason, when it's finished scrolling that map, hang on, let me change the scroll routine slightly. So I'm going to check for the scroll up here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that here basically. So this init screen. So instead of calling this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump to the same spot again. And so what this is going to do is this is just going to show me what happens when I get to the end of this this routine. Try swapping screens doing diagonal. That's not a bad idea. I'm just going to try this. I just want to see. I want to know if it's something after this. It could be this init screen. It could be something like that that's causing it. So I definitely don't remember seeing it do this before though. So oh, quiz is on. Kind of looks familiar. All right, no, it doesn't. That's interesting how you both went for He-Man there. A nice score there, Zach. Zach Italia on the board. Oh, fireworks. Yeah, firework night's coming up, isn't it? Yeah, 16 on the board now. Sweet. Yeah, it's funny how you both went for it exactly the same. And I, when Hayes put He-Man Masters of the Universe, I thought, oh my God, Hayes is going to get it. uh, I'm super relaxed in this chair tonight. Thank you again for a gift sub, Amok. You're too kind. To Proud7, and welcome to the subs, Proud7. Too kind, Amok. All right, let's have a look. Yes, it leaves me in the wrong position, and then something snaps me back into the correct position. So that's what's confusing me, the fact that there is a snap into the correct position. So the question is if I change the let me leave that in there because that's kind of handy to have. If I change the scroll offset for these things, can I mark that line? No, I can't, can I? How long have I been using this and I realize I can't do that. These. So if I change these values, so a bigger value here will move me less across the screen. So let me change this slightly lower, and let's have a look because I'm confused as to why these numbers are what they are, because I'm pretty sure we kind of fine tuned these. I went for the code, stay for the quiz. It's good to have more people on the table. It's good. It's very good. Um, as I say, there probably will be a prize at the end of the season. I think I'm going to run this one till Christmas, so sometime in December. I'll announce like maybe a week or two before I'm going to end it, and let you guys know kind of what the prize is as well. It's just because it's probably going to be, it'll probably be a Bitmap soft game or something like that, or a RGCD game if there's something new out. More people on the table, Cannibal Feast. Okay, so let me try the same thing again. I can actually run at full speed here. There's no point me running this slowly now, because it's going to pause when it's finished anyway. See, now that looked okay. So now what I want to do is I'm just going to leave that in there, and I'm just going to take out the loop here, because I just want to see if now it seems to be moving to the correct position. Does it actually still kind of flick into the wrong place when? Yeah, see, look, it corrects me down to here. So there is a correction going on, and I don't know what is causing that correction. So let's take a look in its screen, because it would imply that there's something going on in that, which is this here. Now, this is just setting the vectors. So this is just setting up. Well, what are they? This is initialize, update, and exit. I should probably write initialize on here. Which it absolutely needs in order to be able to draw the screen. But what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to not run the init vector. I'm going to see if just ignoring the init vector alone here will fix it. So I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to skip over this. And then I'm going to see if that works. It's just a matter of honing in on this kind of area, figuring out which bit is causing the problem. So anytime there's a kind of a global setup like that, we're just going to skip it. So you see how these are not active now? That's because the init hasn't run. So actually this is going to be the same, isn't it? Yeah, thought so. Okay, for some reason I've started flashing red. Oh, because the sprite orders are all wrong now. There would be a sprite here normally in the init, and it's not there anymore, so it's flashing this one. Okay, so the init is not the issue here, so we can get rid of that. So if it's not the init, the debug, it's not the debug because the debug isn't working. We do have X and Y in gtemp 1 and 2. Now, could it be that these are bashed by something else? I think that's pretty likely, actually. So let me drop that over there, and let me change this to have the 0 page in. Let's just create a. I'm just going to do this. I just want to test this theory out. I'm not going to leave these values called this, or even leave these values in place. I may change them to something else, like entity temps or something like that. But I just want to test to see if changing these values in here actually fixes our problem. Just bear in mind the entity system has changed several times since writing this, so it's very possible we've reused 0 page stuff incorrectly here. Hey Warlock, I saw you got another book today. Did you get your Amiga keys yet, by the way? I think I might have mixed up the Australia Post messages. I thought it was the keys, but I think it might have been the one of the books or something the other day. Okay, no, that's still doing the correction. You see, so it should be putting us here, and it should be putting us here, but it's not. It's correcting us back a little bit. Now, okay. Well, it's good that it's not that. It's good that it's not a 0 page clash, because we're getting the same behavior with and without those, so we can get rid of those, put those back. What else is going on in the init screen? Okay, so we're setting up some jump tables here for the update and exit. Again, these don't really matter that much. I don't think the update and exit are causing an issue. Let me just put an RTS here just to try this out, or actually just print that one out, it's easier. Just to make sure it's not the update that's doing it. I can't imagine it is the update, but let's rule it out anyway so we can move on to another area and take a look. Okay, so we've got no update, so these obviously can't detect that we're moving into them now. No, you see, it's still correcting. So it's definitely not any of these entity functions. Sorry, screen update functions, which in turn means it's not the entity update. So that's good. That's good. That means we don't have to worry about the entities, and we don't have to worry about the screen updates. It's bad that we don't know what it is that's actually causing it, though. So okay, so let's go back to the scroller. Okay. So again, if this is what we would do, and it jumps to init screen. Now, hang on. Maybe here, this could be jump to init screen. Maybe because it's coming back into here. Storing X in scroll. Yes. Yes, I think. Oh no, because we're returning X. Okay, let's just try this. So we're going to do a tail call out of here. Instead of letting it run through, we're just going to jump to the init screen. Oops. Would the debugger show it? Yeah, it might do. If this doesn't work now, I'll show you how to track it down in the debugger. Sorry, I missed your book question about getting something. What's your book question about getting something wrong? Oh, I was just saying I got some notifications from Australia Post to say things were being delivered, and I got one the day before you got a book delivered, and I thought it was the Amiga keys. I don't think it was. Hey, there we go. So it's working on up and not on down. So that's the problem. Cool. Um, so that means that what's happening is this bit here. Um, I yeah, this for some reason this player data is wrong at this point. Um, and we're getting a correction for some reason. Probably because it's adding the shift again when it doesn't need to. So all I need to do is I need to go through these scrolls and I need to change these to jumps on the init screen. So here, and we'll just have to test in every direction to make sure that we line up properly, and if not, adjust the values accordingly. But that's that problem solved by those things. You haven't seen the Amiga keys yet? Okay, they must be on their way at some point. But it's okay because the Amigas are on the back burner while they power through program my game. Awesome. Awesome. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. You've done a really good job with the game so far. You should be really proud of it. It looks amazing. I'm always pleased when I see you guys who, have been around on the stream for a while and have basically, um, I don't even think it's a plucked up the courage thing. It's just like you probably I've helped to inspire and motivate someone. It makes me feel really good inside. I like that. It's exactly what I want to do with these streams, and that was always my aim with these. Is it's not to particularly do anything myself, but it was to kind of inspire and help you guys get the knowledge that you need to write C64 games, because it is a very rewarding thing to do. And it just takes practice. That's all it is. It just takes a little bit of practice, a little bit of time and person. I open in a second. I've still got one here. Just saw another bottle and just immediately wanted to open it. Yeah, it just takes practice and time to kind of to get used to it and handle it. You inspire me to return to JSK though. I think you just didn't gel with it very well for some reason. I don't know why. Not everybody can, so not everybody can do it. So it's absolutely fine. You're a good JavaScript dev, so it doesn't really matter. It's not like you need 6502, but some people can do it, some people can't. It's just one of those things. But I'm sure if you put your mind to it and kept at it, you would get the hang of it eventually. But you do have to dedicate quite a lot of time to it. You have to dedicate hours and hours every day to really kind of start getting it to sink in. But if you ever do go back to it, hey, you can always ask for help and stuff. It's fine. I mean, you released something, so you've achieved one of the C64 goals, I guess. Imagine trying to do it all on the Lemon 60. Oh God, can you imagine? I would have given up a long time ago. Or some else. Yeah, I'm just really pleased when I see it. It really makes me happy. It's exactly why I started doing this. Was to kind of encourage people to do it, because I think the C64 is really deserves it. It deserves a good kind of scene full of people who love the machine, writing stuff not because they want to make money, not because they want well anything really, just because they do it because they love it, and that's what we've started to get now. And there's some really good stuff coming out as well. I'm really impressed with the stuff that you guys have done as well. Oh, quiz time. Shh, guys, Steps and Hayes need to concentrate on the quiz. Right, let's check these directions out. Okay, so that's fine. I mean, it seems a little bit much, but it's It's okay actually. It's good. Yeah, that's good. Cool. Oh, 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 come on! Somebody must know this. Thank you. God, I was going to say. You shouldn't have typed the. You both of you wasted some time then. Well done, Eldritch, on getting that. Sentinel was one of those games that I need to play that. I need to play that again at some point. Um, but it was one of those games. I think I had it on like a Bo Jolly game collection when I was younger. I just couldn't figure it out at all. It just made no sense to me whatsoever. Sentinel is a different game. Yeah, but the algorithm, the match algorithm doesn't actually care about the word the, so um, that would work for both games. But there's definitely only one Sentinel on here. I don't know why that's leaking, but it is all of a sudden. First time in a while though. Okay, right. With that in mind, let's move on to something else. So I want to do player collision, but in order to do that, so we've got collision against the background, which is one thing. But I want to add a new type of collision in. So um, I'm hoping that I record this square here, where this square is as part of the collision routine, because then what I can do is I can check all around the character. Specifically, what I can check is the stuff that's actually underneath the character, and that will allow me to detect whether or not you're touching something you shouldn't be. Um, but likewise, touching something you should be able to touch as well. So, for instance, when you kill not mines, but when you kill these things here, the screen for a start, the screen shouldn't shake when you kill these, which is something I need to fix. Um, but they should release a little star icon, and when you pick that up, your cross changes here, and I think this affects your score. Um, and likewise, if you shoot these barrels, they drop a little 100 thing, and whenever you pick them up, you get 100 points. So, oh God's sake, I've got freaking juice all over my hands now from this thing. That stinks as well. No, this is supposed to be cherry cola. Tastes nothing like it. I mean, I don't know what cherry cola people have been drinking, but it's not that stuff. It's horrible. Funny. I don't know. It smells like meat pie or something. It's weird. Not a good meat pie. Meat pie inhaler is not not a good flavor. It's not what you really want. God damn it! I want meat pie though now. I miss meat pies. Southerners don't know how to do meat pies. Sure, I've discussed this before. Vaping meat pie. Oh, I mean, why not? Yeah, I guess you could have any flavor you want. I mean, I guess you could have mature cheese flavor. I mean, it wouldn't be very pleasant for those around you, but I guess there's no reason. It's always sweet flavors, isn't it? It's always dessert flavors. Meat pie and mushy peas. Yeah, indeed. Oh, mushy. Like that's another thing. Feet smell tobacco. Yeah. Oh, can you imagine that Parmesan cheese? Oh God, there's got to be. Please tell me there's a Parmesan cheese inhaler. Parmesan cheese vape juice. Oh no, that's actual food flavoring. Okay. Uh, The most bizarre. Yeah, it looks like there are some. There's some videos here with like blue cheese, onion, tuna. Oh my God. Okay. But yep, there is indeed. Well, this is just cheese, but yeah. Look at that cheese vape juice, and then you have all these lovely flavors, and then you just have cheese. I mean, why? Crazy. Thanks for the follow, Skin Biscuits. Oh, I like that name. That's a cool name. All right, it's just got that kind of roll off the tongue thing to it. Skin Biscuits. I like it. Welcome to the stream, dude. Um, jalapeno flavor vape. Yeah. So no, so he's doing awful. So Jonah was getting 6 seconds later, so refreshed went to 2 seconds. Maybe it's for junkies with the munchies. Yes. Oh man. Yeah, that'd be kind of funny. Oh, Almok, you're at it again. Thank you so much. You're so generous. Thanks for the gift sub, Almok, and welcome to the subs Meadolf. Skin biscuit rolls off your tongue. Yeah, that doesn't sound right at all. That doesn't sound right at all. That sounds horrific for some reason. Yeah. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I want to add a new system in. So this is going to be a lot like the bullet system, except we're not going to use the bullet system for this. So unlike the enemy bullets, which I have reused the bullet system for, I'm not going to reuse it for this. Basically, all it's going to do is when you shoot one of these, it's going to spawn a new item, which is going to be in the list. I don't know what I'm going to call it. Uh, I don't know what I'm going to call it. I'll have a think about that in a minute. But they're going to be collectible kind of items. Maybe I'll just call it items. There'll be single chars, and they will probably not animate. I need to have a look actually how many frames of space I've got left in this. It maybe I have to do some adjustment of some of these details, but do you check the plasma scroll I sent hellos? No. I hellos? Who's hellos? I bless this game. Thank you very much, Vector Angel. Okay, projects, Cecconoid, assets. This one, there we go. Oh no, it's not this one, it's the base one I want, isn't it? All right, damn it. This one, here we go. Thanks for the follow, Code Contemplator. I also like that name as well. It's got a kind of something meaningful about it. Okay, so we can't use these because these circles here, these signify our particle system. That's what's being used for them. These are our bullets here. I know they don't look like our bullets. They're kind of getting lost in all these animations here, but that's exactly what they are. And then this is our decal animation. So we could shorten that a little bit. Oh, is it CSDB? Oh, is it for the ECM thing? I'll check it out after the stream. I'm not going to check it right now. To be honest, if it wasn't CSDB, if it was anybody else, I would have entered something myself into that. But CSDB, no chance. They can fuck off, as far as I'm concerned. Can't stand them. I appreciate a lot of the people on there, and I appreciate the demo coders, and I appreciate the people who do good stuff. But there's absolutely no way I'm contributing to a community that has the toxic elements that has. regardless of whether or not they'd be present in the competition or not. I'd just rather not. Um, so no, I just won't enter it. But hope you do well though. I'm not. I don't want to discourage anybody else from doing it. I have a personal gripe with CSDB, so um, I forgot what I was doing now. Oh yeah, we're going to add these characters in. But yeah, I will check that after this stream. But I was I was considering updating my background effects from the fighting game and using creating some kind of something around those of some kind. So, um, but yeah, I will check it out after the stream for sure. I might check it out on the break actually, which I will take in a few minutes actually. But let me take a break now. I'll go and have a look at it while I take a break. And then when I come back, we'll add these new character things in. So, okay. Hey, Chromos, welcome to the stream. All right, I should be back in 5 minutes, guys. Let me leave you with the quizzes on, and I'll be right back. Right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, I cut the cut the noise off. Thank you for the follow, C64 user. Welcome to the stream. Um, oh, Hayes, yes. Good job you got that. That was quick. I think that's Hayes in the lead now as well. What a game to gain the lead on as well. That's kind of cool. So yeah, I took a look at it. I like that plasma scroll. It looks really good. I've not looked at the other entries either, so I don't know, but I like that. It looks really nice. Nice color choices as well. Um, it's nice and bright and colorful. A lot of the time you see these plasma scrolls and they use the same kind of chrome, coppery kind of effects. But that's got really nice color choices in it. I like it. I've never actually tried to do a plasma scroll. I get the concept behind them. I get exactly how they work, but I've just never tried to do one. Um, again, because it's just one of those things I've never needed in a game. So I guess you could probably drop one into an intro game title screen or something. But thing is, they tend to take up quite a chunk of memory as well. So or at least the way I'm thinking you would do it, you would still need to kind of have quite a lot of unrolled stuff or large tables, right? Tables actually, but um, I've done plasma effects on other stuff. So it was always a test that I do for new frameworks in JS, again in Flash as well, and same in C# when I was doing XNA stuff. I used to use plasma effects as because it's a really good way to test fill rates. I mean, obviously, it doesn't work quite the same. Thanks for the bits, Hayes. Well done on the top spot. Now now the pressure's on. You've got to keep it. I've left the quiz going as well, so you've got another quiz coming up. So yeah, the pressure's on now. You've got to maintain the lead. That's just been a bad winner. Well, to be fair, Hayes is a bad loser as well as a bad winner, so at least he's consistent. Oh, amazing, amazing. You the thing is you guys aren't giving anybody a chance because you're getting it so damn quickly. It's kind of crazy. Super crazy. Um you think they have a bot? Well, I tried. Oh my god, Amok. Oh my god, Amok. Oh, I got an emote that time. Thank you for the emote. Thank you for the sub to Russell Mills. Again, you're far too generous. Thank you very much. Okay, right. Let's take a look. So what I want to do is I want to take a look at what we've got here. So it's basically going to be quite similar to the decals, actually, more than anything else. That's probably the closest it's going to be, because they're not moving. They're going to stay on the spot, um, and we need to clear them and update them and draw them. So I'm going to create. I'm going to put in the particles section, even though it's not particles. It's kind of along those lines, and everything else is in here as well. I do have enemy bullets in here, but I don't need that, so I'm going to remove that file. It's absolutely not needed. And I'm going to create a new file. I'm just going to call it items. It's only probably going to contain these two things, but it might be. I need a bot. This stream is too distracting. uh, yeah, I'm going to call it items. Um, and I'm going to use this in the same way that the decals are being used. So there's basically, in fact, I'm going to go and copy the code from the decals because it is kind of a short piece of code. It's not a huge amount, and we'll just strip this down to purpose for what we need. So let's put this over here. Let's put items over here, and we'll make this work for our own purpose. So first of all, this is going to be max items. Now, because there's no movement, these will be relatively easy to render. They're going to be quick. There's not going to be any animation in them. At least there won't be straight away. So we'll get rid of that. There will be a reset, and the reset is just going to basically clear all these date information in here. We need to set the maximum items now. So let me open this up and add in here. So I'll do it here alongside this. I'm going to add 32 in. It seems like a lot, but if you consider we've got 32 bullets, enemy and player bullets on the screen at any one time, this is just static items. They're not going to be doing anything other than just appearing on the screen and then disappearing again. Oh, hey, Doxter. How's it going? Tech lost his name, and okay, I can sort that out. Let me check that. Yeah, this does happen. It's just because let me do it up here just in case. I don't need to type any passwords in. Not that it would matter anyway because I've got my password. I've got my keyboard thing on. It does happen, unfortunately. Just in case you see porn. That's all I'm doing right now. I mean, you can't see what's going on below my chin, so it's exactly what I'm doing right now. Just looking at porn now. Leaderboard. Okay, so you had about 200,000. I should be able to find you on the list then in that case. Oh yeah, I see you. 200, 286. Okay, so I'm going to remove that. 200, 286. Yeah. 200, 286. And that goes to Click Tech Kev. Okay, Click Tech. So Kev. Right, if you do a points now, you should be all right. But MP thought I forgot about his second camera. uh, uh, yeah, do points, Kevin. You should hopefully have that. Yeah, cool. There you go. Sweet. Cool. All right. Okay, so we've got type and we've got, I'm not sure what index was. Oh, index. Ah, okay. So index was the frame number for the animations. Now, I am going to keep this, but I'm going to call it timer. And the reason I'm going to keep this is because there needs to be a finite amount of time that these items can stick around. So the only thing they will be doing on every frame is decreasing this timer. So I'll leave that as it is. Okay, so reset's fine. Let's create this as add item, not add decal. This is all fine. Let's make cannot spawn item in scenery. Yeah. Let's get rid of all of these bits here and store index for return. Next index, yeah. It's indexed. It's the next index. Screen LSB, screen MSB. Oh, it's not indexed now, it's timer here. So this is going to be our item lifetime. And I'm going to put that in here. So this is how many frames the item is going to stay around for. So I'm going to start by just making it a maximum number. We can adjust that later on. Maybe we have to add an additional check into here as to when it reduces, and there's probably going to be a little flashing as well. So the Quiz League window crashed. Oh no, it's fine on my screen. Does Twitch block C64 tunes that are covers? I've not had any issues from Twitch. All my issues were related to YouTube. YouTube has a melody matching system. I don't think Twitch uses melody matching. I think they just use fingerprints. So I just think they use audio fingerprints. So a cover wouldn't get picked up unless it gets reported by somebody else. I know they're getting more and more aggressive, so I don't know if that's going to change in the future. I hope not, because I really don't want to have to remove SIDS from the channel. But it is a possibility. If they do that, I will have to do that. So, but so far I haven't had any problems with it, and all my streams are backed up as well locally, and in the cloud as well. So I have them all on my drive here, and I also upload them to the cloud as well, which is one of the perks actually of being a sub on this channel or through Patreon is you've got access to all those cloud uploads as well. So you get all the same uploads that I upload to YouTube, but you can download them easily without having to use any third-party tools, which generally kind of ruin the quality when you do that anyway. So you get the original quality videos to download, which I think I need to update. I think there's a couple I haven't put on there yet. So yeah, it is becoming difficult, but well, we'll see how it goes anyway. I'm not too fussed at the moment if they start blocking videos, then I will just have to be a bit quicker about my YouTube uploads, because I strip the music out on the uploads. If they start giving me strikes for whatever reason, then I'll have to strip the music out. But this is another good reason to back everything up on YouTube as well, because God knows what's going to happen in a year's time. Because I've heard stories of people's like videos being deleted, entire videos being deleted, not just muted in sections, but entire videos being deleted. What do you mean strip the music on the upload? So all the videos that I upload to YouTube as of about 2 months ago, all the music's removed from them. So there's no SID music in them. Because I record on 2 separate tracks. So I record the the microphone and the music on separate audio, separate multi tracks in OBS, and then that lets me strip it out in Shotcut when I do the video editing. And that's I haven't had a single copyright warning from YouTube since I started doing that. So keep all your YouTube videos backed up. Yeah, me too. So I have them all in the cloud on Google Drive. So I've got a large Google Drive account which I keep them all backed up on, and I've got them all backed up locally on my NAS drive as well. Not copyright strikes. You get copyright. What do they call them? Copyright claims. You get. But yeah, you get copyright claim for SID tunes because they do melody matching. So they have a melody matching algorithm. So if you've got so say I don't know what tunes would be, but there's quite often we get tunes on here that have clips from like a Prince song or something like that, and they'll put a copyright claim on, and you lose all the monetization for that video. Freestyler would have been one as well, yeah. But also, the claimants on YouTube are absolutely rife. There are so many people on there claiming things. So, for instance, Alistair Bramble, I think it is, who did a lot of music for C64 games, has got copyright claims on loads of stuff. So even the SID tunes that you would think are just original SID versions, um, they're claimed by somebody, and you can't even play those. So yeah, which is really it's kind of annoying, but uh, yeah, Amiga game music, yeah, game music in general just gets claimed now. There's always somebody that's got some rights to it somewhere. Uh, Assuming he reckons it's his management company that shit. Yeah, probably, but I mean, not a lot we can do about it, unfortunately. There's a really good video actually online. I'll see if I can dig it out at some point. It's about the copyright system and how actually the copyright system it is kind of massively flawed, but it's about the best you can expect without having to get lawyers involved all the time. Um, and I kind of understand that. It's just that it's kind of it's abused a little bit too much. Like, um, you know, a channel that makes maybe £3 on a video that they've got on there, is it really going to kind of affect somebody's IP if if 1,000 people watch this video? It's not really. So okay, cool. Right, let's carry on with this. So we've got add item. We're going to have draw items. And this is going to go through. So, okay, so this is animation stuff here. I'm not entirely sure what that's about. Seems a little unnecessary. I mean, it doesn't. In fact, that's completely unnecessary. Why is that there? Okay, I'm going to remove that from the decals because that should not be there at all. That's a completely unnecessary line. Yeah, completely unnecessary line. Okay. So this is grabbing the screen address, and this is drawing that item to the screen at that location. Now, the thing is we probably don't need to draw it every frame. We only need to draw it if it updates. For now, I'm going to draw it every frame, but it may be that we can even skip some of this based on the timer value. We need to see how it reacts with bullets. We need to see how it reacts with particles as well. If those go behind, then we're fine, and we don't need to draw every frame. So someone put a copyright claim on Heaven Benchmark. Oh my god. Yeah, because everybody uses that. Man, that's so screwed up. Oh, who's gonna get this one? Come on. I mean, it's obviously along those lines, but there's obviously a full name for it. It's probably like Scooby and Scrappy Doo or something. Haha, I would have got that. But I probably wouldn't have actually. I probably would have typed Scooby Doo first. Okay, so decal animation up. Okay, so this is going to be based on the type. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to just load accumulator with data.type, comma y, and we're going to set the type based on but based on the character we need to display. So that makes that nice and simple. Why is there clear here? What's that about? Oh, because if it's 0, we need to clear it from that spot. Okay. Why would it be drawing every time there? I think this should kind of be skipping now and again. So I don't think that needs to be there either. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change. Oh, hang on. What's. Yeah, so that would actually be that. Um, I don't really want to use push there. But I don't want to draw it if I don't need to draw it. So I'm just gonna load it again at this point. It's kind of a bit of a waste doing this twice, but actually I can do that. That's going to save me like one cycle or something. That'll do. And then clear decals. So this is just going to go through each one and store 0. So this needs to happen every frame. And it does need to clear everything, but it only needs to clear it if this value is not already set. So I'm going to do the same thing again here. And this just needs to make sure that equals skip. So if it is 0, it doesn't need to do this. In other words, if we don't have a type set, then we can just skip clearing it. So it's just going to make these functions a little bit quicker. Okay, so in that case, let's drop these into the game loop now. So we can put these in the same places that the decal ones are. They're absolutely fine to go in here. So items, clear items. So that's going to be this routine here. So as I say, this is going to go through. If an item needs clearing, then it will clear. Update, I will come to in a second. Actually, I didn't do this one, so I will come back to this in a second. Let's just drop them into here first. In fact, I can skip the update for now and come back to that. Let me just comment it all out there. I'll have it running, but I'm not gonna. It's not gonna do anything. This would just be counting the timer down anyway. So. Uh, okay, so decals, update decals, draw decals. So here we need to do items. Did I change the name of that clear items? Yeah, okay. Okay, and then finally I just need to import it. So it's not in here actually, it's in loader here. So let's load it along with the decals and bullets here. I need to find I need to make a macro that does these imports, like a macro import that I can put these tags in. So because I'm using these just to see in here where things are, which makes this look a little bit messy, but it's all right. I can live with it, I think. Where's my phone actually? What have I done with my phone? Oh, I have to find my phone in a minute. I don't know what I've done with it. Hang on, let me just look. I found it. Just in case I get messages. Do you really have a big ass backwards L enter key? Uh, no. What makes you say that? Oh, you mean? Oh, actually, yeah. I kind of. Well, I wouldn't say it's. I've got the Corsair K65. So if you have a look at that, you can see exactly what I've got. Show you. Here you go. That's my keyboard. Oh, actually, it's not. That's not quite right. That's not quite right. What was the listen for? US keyboards had a shift shaped enter. Yeah, this is that's a US one. I think mine is a UK one, so K65. I think it's called Lux as well. Yeah, there you go. That's what mine looks like. That wasn't an image. The God's sake, all right. Yeah, there we go. That's what mine looks like. But I've got the textured WASD keys. They're slightly different color, a bit more indented, and they slant in towards the S as well. Backslash, yeah, left to the Z. UK keyboards are the best. I can't stand American keyboards. I as much as I try, I can't get on with them at all. My Mac has got an American keyboard. It winds me up. I guess you just get used to it. Whatever you're used to, I guess for your locale. So, and that's what I'm used to. Okay, let's give this. Actually, it's not going to do anything. We need to actually add some items. Okay. Okay, so add decals. Let's want to find out how those are added, then we can figure out how to actually add items. So here we go. So these are added by. Okay, let's just copy that. It's quite simple. This is where an item explodes, I guess. So where's the explode item? There's definitely an explode item somewhere. Hit piece. What's the object? God damn it, where was it? Persistence remove, maybe. Oh, it's in the entities, isn't it? All right, okay, so it's not in the entities I want to put it. It's kind of in here. If the right thing gets removed. Yeah, here we go. So these are the things that have been removed. Shadow screen lookup, top row. Right, I'm just gonna put a temporary thing in here first. I'm just gonna try and make something appear somewhere in the middle of the screen somewhere. So let's just have a look. If I do it like here, this should be enough. So that would be let's do 6 and 6 or 7, 7, 7 should be enough. So if I load these with 7, I hope what will happen is this will spawn an item there. So I do need to add these in. Oh, hang on. How does it know what item to add? Item, add item. Oh, we need to set this as well. So Just do it like this. So let's add those into here as well. I'm going to move this into its own section actually. And we're going to add the actual character value in here. So I do need to make some small changes. So the character value is DD here. So that will be the 100. And I'll make this item star, which can be DE. Then I need to make those changes in here. So I need 100 in here, nice and simple. And a star is, I mean, it's super simple. It's like this. It's like that, I think. I'm going to save it as little diamonds for now. We can take a look at this later. So save project, yes. Now this one I do need to export, I believe. Because I haven't changed the way this works yet. So this has to be exported into base chars. Okay, so and then we need to change the item routine to actually add that correct character in. So in here, add item. Okay, so that's, where's the type? Oh, type is not actually being set anywhere, I don't think, here. Oh shit, why is... Okay. So that wasn't being used at all before. I guess because there was only one kind of decal, so type really wasn't being used. I mean, it's been used here, but all right. So let's give that a try. Hopefully that's going to work now. Oh no, I did not mean that. Thank you. Whoever said that. Left 4 Dave. Thank you. Stupid, stupid autocomplete. And thank you for that. Uh... Oh, particles, enemy bullets. Why are they even being imported? They should never have been imported. Just comment out just in case I have accidentally deleted something that I need to put back in. I don't think so though. Oh, Yellow Submarine. This is the first piece of music I learned to play on the piano. Ooh, okay, so obviously the base chars has an issue with this particular layout, so I think I need to undo that urgently. Oh crap. Okay. It's fine. It's made a right mess of everything here. Okay, I'm gonna save that, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and grab the old version from source code just to work out what I've actually done on there. So basechars.bin is what I'm looking at. So yeah, okay, so I should have this if I just go and have a look at actually I don't actually know how to recover a file directly from here. In fact, I'll do it through the web page, that's easy enough. Now I'm going to move this up here because I definitely have stuff I do not want you to see in GitHub. Okay, so 16-bit, there we go, base chars. So I don't know why those are different, but uh, I will save that out and put it back. Uh, okay, so I've got the original one saved here. So what I want to do now is just try and import a character set from here, just to see what changes. Interestingly, nothing changed. Um, Hang on, that doesn't. That's something's not right there because nothing seemed to change then. Okay, the hell. Okay, let's load the original back in. Yeah, nothing changes. Sport character set. I was surprised you didn't get. You got that really quick last time. I'm surprised you didn't get that as quick this time. Um, so I'm gonna rename this one though. I'm gonna save this one just so I can grab that one back if it fails. Because I don't know why that's different. It should be exactly the same here. For some reason, it's shown up completely different. Of course, now it's fine. All right. Okay, so now I want to check that the persistence is working here. So I want to make sure that the add items is being called. So I'm going to stick a breakpoint in here. Just to see if we get to this point when the item is added. That should be max items there as well, which I probably need to do in a few. Oh, pardon me, a few places. So definitely need to do it there. Definitely need to do it there. Eventually, I'll be using this function in some shape or form. Okay. So in theory, it should trigger this almost immediately when this first mine explodes, because it is removing a persistent item, but it's not actually triggering it. So we're just going to have a look at this. It's not calling this function. Now that could be because it actually jumps to this position instead. In which case, obviously, this is not gonna work properly. So we've got this jump to skip one. So maybe if I can move this persistence remove. All right, let's see if we can find where that's happening. So this is reducing the hit points. This is actually destroying a piece. Okay, so this is destroying something and creating a particle explosion from it. I don't know why it's called hit piece, but it is now. Plot blanks. Yeah, so this is the removal part here. Now, if there is no removal, hang on, right, remove item. Okay, this is actually removing the item. Here we go. Yes. So this is where the removal happens. This is where the screen shakes. So this is probably where we should do it, because this is where we're going to make the decisions on should we screen shake, drop item. So if we do it here, I think that makes the most sense. So the only thing I need to make sure is that I retain some of the values in here. So like for instance, this one here. The Y value probably needs to be saved. And GTEP 1 I don't trust because I think we're using that in items, add items. Yep, we are. So I'm not going to rely on that value here. It's fine for this one, but it's not fine for this one. So actually I'm going to put it in here and do this instead. Okay. I'm living there. Proton's been doubling his points up all night. And Steps can't double his up to save his life. There we go. Right, so he's hitting the breakpoints. That's good. And there we go. We can see a 100 on the screen here. So that's kind of perfect. That's kind of what we want. Okay, so before I actually attach it to the item that explodes, I'm just going to make sure this has a lifespan. So let's do that right now. So that means we need to update our update function. So that's going to be here. There's a frame timer here, but I don't think we need that just yet. So we just need this bit. And what we're going to do, we don't care about the screen position because this is actually typed what we're interested in here. If this is 0, let me jump to the skip. In fact, this can just be, don't know why that is. Let me change that on here as well. That's a very inefficient way to do that. So I probably was expecting this to be larger. There we go. All right. Amok's at it again. Cheers, Amok. You've too crazy. Thanks for the gift sub there to Jack Skater, and welcome to the subs, Jack Skater. Okay, so update items. What does this need to do? Okay, so it definitely doesn't need to update the animation, but what it does need to do is it does need to decrease this value here. So actually, this is a fairly simple thing that we need to do. We just need to decrease the value. I am going to do it like this, and the reason I'm going to do it like this is because what I want to do is if it's equal, I'm just going to jump to remove, which is going to be down here. It's a bit of a weird place to put it, but you'll see why I'm doing that in a second. Is because of this loop here, and that just basically needs to. Actually, it's already 0 in Y at this point, so I can just do that, and then store that at data type. And that's just going to make sure it gets removed after a while. And then it's obviously it's still equal to 0, so we can do branch if equal, and we can jump to skip back like that. So this is just going to remove it from the screen. Now, what I'm also going to do here is once I've worked out if I have an item at this point, I'm going to do this. So I'm going to grab. Oops. I'm going to call this, oh, I was just going to put a blank one there, that's fine. So what I'm going to do is when it gets down to the last 2 seconds, so I'm going to compare this to 100. When it gets down to the last 2 seconds, so if it's more than that, it's just going to skip ahead. So let's do it on like that. What I'm going to do is I'm then going to AND that value with 1 0, like so. And if that is equal, I'm going to go to skip. And what that's going to do is it's going to flash the item. So that's just going to make sure that we can tell that the item's running out. So let's see if that works. Why did that not load? Really? Items. Oh, it's not called index anymore. It's called timer. Which probably means I need to do it here as well. Go. It's not looking good there. Why are we break? Oh, we're breaking there because I didn't take the breakpoint out. It did have a little bit of a flicker there. I'm not sure what that's about. Could be a timing thing. We'll check that out in a minute. Okay, this is not flashing off either, so I'm concerned that's not actually updating at all. Okay, let me just check the update function. Okay, that should be being called. Don't need this anymore. I'm going to leave that in because we might want this timer if we want to increase the length of time that those things stay on screen. Where's the breakpoint though? That's the question. It's in the add items, wasn't it? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so now I'm just going to put a breakpoint into update here to make sure this is being called. When SQL remove, yeah. Okay, let's just put a breakpoint in there. Hopefully that value is actually ticking down. I think it should be, but hey, Quadrasaur, welcome to the stream, and take care, Anonym PDA. Okay, so we have a value in Y which is FF, and this should decrease over time, which it is doing. It's decreasing perfectly. There is a bit of flickering on that, and I think the problem here is the raster point at which it updates, which is why we're seeing it. Seeing it flash a little bit. It's not a huge deal. But we might be able to tweak it by moving some of these things around a little bit. It's probably because of the position of the draw compared to the clear. The draw is happening way too particles, update particles. Yeah, I think we'd probably get the same effect if we were at the top of the screen trying to shoot at that point. It's only really when there's particles happening on the screen, so I'm not going to worry about it just yet. I fully expect things to be a little bit flickery here and there, as long as they don't slow down. So I'm going to just go and remove the breakpoint here. Let's see how that works in like real time this time, because it's just going to keep breaking into there. So. Yeah, it's just flickering because of the particles on the screen. I think that's the only. In fact, it's not flickering that much It was only right at the beginning. Maybe it was just the initial. It's not. It's not. It's not stopping at all now. Also, look, I can. I can't go past it. It's actually blocking me. So we need to adjust that. That definitely needs to be adjusted. Um, but that's a fairly easy adjustment. So uh, Christmas socks. He put that one on steps. Oh man, there's quite a lot of tunes in the list. So okay, so the question is, why is that not being removed? That definitely should be being removed. Um, so let's just put another. Let's mess with the breakpoints again. So this is where it should be getting removed here. So I'm going to put a breakpoint here. It could just be that the clear routine just needs to clear everything. It could be that data type needs to be set to something slightly different, um, so that it gets cleared. So hang on, this is in the update, right? So if we come into here, you set the type to 0. That means it's already cleared the last one. The update's set to 0, so it wouldn't draw. That should be fine. Let me put a breakpoint in here. See, I've got a breakpoint there. Okay, let me see what happens. I just have a feeling it's not reaching that value for some reason. If not, we'll stick it in the debugger and take a look. The only problem with this game and the debugger is I still haven't set the mapping up properly. So hey, parasol stars. Oh, quizzing 5. Okay, look, it is trying to remove it. It definitely is trying to remove it. Uh, but it doesn't remove it. But it definitely knows it should do. So let me change the clear routine. So the clear routine happens every time. So let's get rid of that. Let's make sure it just clears everything. It's not going to be very efficient this now, but I just want to test something. Oh, what is that? That looks familiar, actually. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. And you've misspelt it enough so that anybody typing it in is going to get it wrong. But yeah, I don't mind that flashing the way it does. It kind of looks okay. But it hasn't removed it. That's the thing. It hasn't removed it. Okay, so that means we need to look at why it's not removed. It means this clear is not doing its job at all. Because it should be drawing this at that location, and it's not doing that at all. Oh, however, flash item as it dies is equal to skip. That shouldn't matter though. This shouldn't matter. Just get rid of that. It shouldn't matter at all. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, we're gonna have to put this in the debugger, which means I'm gonna have to figure out where on earth to find it. Items, draw items, draw items. Oh, hang on. Okay, it needs to do this or else it can't clear it, obviously. Well, hang on, hang on. Think about this. If I I'm trying to draw an item and it has a type of 0. Then I just need to not draw it, not try and clear it. I just need to not draw it. So I need to jump to skip. Because this is kind of pointless. And that is kind of pointless now as well, because that's changed its method. Okay. Which means that is kind of different as well. Oh, I love the kind of weird gambler's fallacy stuff that Steps has got going. It's brilliant. You're everything they warn me about at work. You're everything they tell me to be careful of at work. Oh, oh wow. Okay, that really didn't work. What the hell did I do there? What the hell? Why did that happen? What the? I don't even understand what the hell happened there. Okay, let me just load that again. We'll take a break in a minute, guys. Strange. Alright, it's back now. And it should disappear now. And it does. Okay, cool. Right. I don't know why that went all weird then, but okay, so it is disappearing now, which is good. Okay, so now we can start dropping some of this stuff back in. So I'm going to drop this back in and this back in, and let's see if that behaves properly. If not, we might have to do some tweaking around that. The break is counterintuitive. It's a break for me. It's not a break for you guys. Simple answer: you need to make a massive thermos of coffee before you sit down to the stream. Okay, it's not removing it. So the code that I've added in here is causing issues. So let's have a look why that might be the case. Okay, first of all, this is in clear items, which is obviously wrong. Um, well, that's the problem. I was doing it in clear and not draw. You don't have to make coffee and bring it in. It's a very modern approach to life there. Okay, so that works. So I just need to move this into the drawer then, which means if I do this, I just need to skip on certain values. So if the item is there, I do some comparisons and to skip. Okay, I think that might be it. Finally, we might be there. I'm only going to go till about 12:30. I'm not going to stay. Until yeah, I'm going to go till about 12:30. Until I kind of get all my new area kind of figured out here. I'm just going to leave it as the standard length streams. Then once I get all my new well, I've got the Famicom coming. So this side over here, which you can't see at the moment, but I'm gonna, where I used to have the camera, I'm gonna put all of my retro machines here. So the Mega 65 will be there, the Commodore will be there, the Famicom's going to be there, probably the GameCube as well. So I've got somewhere to plug in, and then I've got a TV here, which it's currently facing the other way, but I'm going to flip it round. So I've got a TV here, and then when I play console, I can play it on the TV at the side of me here. And when I do that, I'm going to set all my. So I've got the OSSC and the HDMI matrix array thing. And the capture cards, so I'm going to set all them up so it's all working better. Okay. All right. Amiga on a huge pedestal with a spotlight. I'm quite pleased. I got my first Famicom games. I really like the Japanese Famicom games. Some quality stuff in here. So I just grabbed a handful from the shelf. There's only one that's interesting here. So you can actually tell what this is. It's all in Japanese, but I know that it's Raid on Bungling Bay, which I didn't even realize they did on NES. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. And whoops, and some more games that I played on the C64 that I just want to see. So, Spy versus Spy. Again, I didn't realize they did a NES version. RoboCop. That's going to be kind of cool. And Super Sprint as well. So, and these are all Japanese versions as well. So I'm intrigued to see kind of how different they are. And I've got about another 30 or so games coming, various ones. I got like Donkey Kong coming. I got the other Marios. There's quite a lot. I really really like them. I really like the look of the Japanese cartridges. So, uh, accidental ass crack. Oh, you're kidding me? No. God damn it! Teach me to get up. Yeah, I've got the disc system stuff as well. It's all right. I've got a lovely ass, so it's fine. Okay. Right. I want to speed the flashing up of the item. It's just a little bit too slow at the moment. So I'm going to do it based on this bit here instead. So we're just changing the bit that it's checking against. Um, I've got a lovely ass. Yeah, it's because I wear damn shorts and they're quite loose. So, and this top is really small, or I'm growing. I think it's probably because I'm growing as well. Lockdown has made me put a lot of weight on because I don't go anywhere, I don't exercise, and I get bored, so I just eat more. Um, it's not healthy at all, but unfortunately, it's just the way of the lockdown. I can't wait till we get out of this, but I think it's going to be March, April at least. I think it's going to be a full 12-month lockdown. I think. And let's be honest, it should be a lockdown. There's people going out should not be going out. The reason we're in this mess. Cool. There we go, and it should flash. Kind of. That's all right. Cool. Okay, let's move that to the right place now. Okay, so at the moment we're doing it here. This is where we're adding the item. It's also where we're adding the screen shake. What we need to do here is we need to work out, should we be removing this item? Now, I'm not sure if we have that exact information here. Like, do we actually have the name of the item here at this point? Do we have the type of the item? I don't think we do. No, we don't actually. So maybe we do need to move these things from here and move them to somewhere else. Let's take a look. Right, we've got hit piece. Oops. So hit piece is removing that one object and adding particles in its place. So this is not ideal because this is going to remove individual segments of the item that we're removing, and we don't want to do that. What we want to do is we want to do it based on probably reduce hit points. So let me just, which actually we do here, and then we jump to here, but so maybe this actually has persistence lookup. Okay. Well, that's the thing. I don't think we know what the item is. If it's not an entity, we don't know what it is. So this is a problem. This is a problem. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go at the loo. I'm gonna have a think about this. And I'll leave you guys with a quiz. So I'll be back in 5 minutes, guys. Be right back. Right. I think I've figured out how to do it. So okay. So what we let me let one more quiz run through. Hang on. Keep forgetting to press stop the break, and it screws the timers up if I don't do it at the right time. So there you go. So you got another quiz. Okay, so what I realized was, where's the persistent stuff for these? I think it's in here, isn't it? Uh, screen 13. Oh, God damn it, that's not what I wanted either. This one. There we go. Persist 13. Okay, I'm not sure why the 1-0 here, but anyway. Bonus pods have this extra value here, and what this extra value is here in this lower nibble is which bonus should be spawned from it. So all I have to do really is treat the 100 and the star as another kind of bonus. So if I was to put, let's do it here. So let's put a load of ones in here. So this can be the 100s. This can be the stars, and then actual bonuses will start at 3 onwards, like so. It means I need to change the editor a little bit, the editing script slightly to account for this, which actually I can do right now because it's part of this, isn't it? It's nice and simple. Here we go. So where do I export it? Here we go. Screen persistence. Yeah, here we go. Thanks for the bits, Gareth 1130. Appreciated. So I just need to work out a bonus file. I don't know why I've got all those in here. Don't need them anymore. So what I'm interested in here is persistence data. Okay, so that is this array here. I can just put it in here. It's nice and easy. Okay. Although actually, it's putting 10 in for some reason for 6-byte mines. Why is it doing that? Or is that just because I haven't saved it? Sod it, I'll just do it like this. There we go. And then all I have to do is add it to this table up here. So this table is what I'm using for setting these values for everything. So barrels 1, spikes will be 2, bonus pods. For now, I'm going to make them 3, but this is actually going to vary depending on something that we can set in the editor. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. Probably going to be a color or something like that. So you set the color of the pod to determine what's in it, and then everything else would be 0 in here. Okay, cool. Right, so that should mean now if I save the map out in here, so if I just do a save on that, and then in here I do not in here, sorry. Here I do a build. Good night, Quadrisul. Take care. Oh, Zapatali got that on Altered Beast. So hopefully this just behaves as it was doing before. There we go, we see the 100 up here. Okay, that's good. Okay, so what that means now is what we can do, and I just want to check that that data's in here. Yeah, so you see now it's added these datas in. I don't know why it's adding these in for mines. I don't know where that is coming from, actually. I have no idea where that is coming from. But I kind of want to know because it's important. So let's just have a look. 6-byte mine. Bonus 0. Okay, so why would that be suddenly showing a bonus of 1, 0 for these? So let's just have a look at all our file export stuff. Okay, so this is where we're exporting the file. You can see here, we're adding the comments in here, and this value is taken from here. So there must be something else which is updating this persistence data for some reason. But I can't imagine why or how. Or only maybe that it's not. Hang on. Okay, let me just rename that. I'm not convinced that that's. Yeah, I'm not convinced that that's working correctly. Let me rename that. Okay, so does it actually create persistence 13 if I run this file? Bit of paperboy. Ah, no, it hasn't. See, it hasn't. It hasn't created it. Okay, right. So why isn't it creating that then? You know, here we go. Cecconoid work in process. Charpad asset source. Cecconoid work in progress. Yeah, assets source. So it's, why is this not happening? Let me turn that on. Why is it? It's writing some of the files, but it's not writing everything. It seems like it's missing the persistence files for some reason. It should be writing these as well, but it doesn't seem to be doing that. It's not writing them in here. God damn it, I didn't want to be doing JavaScript tonight. Thanks for the host, Hayes. Appreciated. Writing screen files, yes. Oh, why was it? Why? Why was that commented out? Oh, because I was doing some editing on files for some reason, and I didn't change it back. It's a good. I'm glad I did that, because that would have been a pain in the ass. All right, so okay, so that exploded correctly. That's disappearing correctly. Make sure these all explode correctly. Okay, yeah, this is looking all right. Um, okay, cool. I don't know why I had those 1 zeros in the 6 spike, so I'm not sure what that was about. But they're not needed now because they're working fine. So let me delete that file there. So yeah, they're not there on this one. Spikes. Yeah, that seems to be fine now. I couldn't explain that, why that's there. I can't remember. I obviously did it for some reason, but I have no idea why. So um, what's a cold jam? Yeah, Unentertainer is definitely a cold jam. It's also something weird people in Britain like to put on toast. I don't know why. Jam is such a strange thing. I did go through a phase a while ago where I liked, I mean, I would say a while ago, 20 years ago or so, where I liked shredded marmalade. Well, I kind of grew up. Um, oh, don't get me wrong, it's fine on things like scones and stuff like that, but on toast it's a savoury thing. It's not a cake. Why would you put fruit and sugar on it? It's not like I would, substitute gravy and bangers and mash for custard or something. So why would you go the other way? Oh god, that's making me feel sick thinking about that actually. Bangers, mash, and custard. Okay, right. Sugar and butter and bread, fish fingers and custard. Oh god. Oh god. Oh. Yeah, that would be probably the most horrific thing ever. Okay, so now I've got to remember where the hell we were going to remove this thing now. So, okay, this was where we were. Okay, actually, we can do it up here, I think, now. Oh no, because we still don't know what it is at this point. We've got reduce hit points. Okay, let's kind of look at reduce hit points. Oh no, we do because we've got persistence lookup here, so we can. Oh wait, is this kind of match? Okay. Exit without removing. Exit and remove. Ah, here. Add explosion at charcoal. Here we go. Here we go. This is where we need to be doing the extra things. Okay, so 350. So let's move this into a different area. Okay, so both the screen shake and that, because the screen shake only happens when things actually explode. Now, where the hell is that? Is that a macro towards the end somewhere? I have no idea where that is. I'm gonna go and find out where the hell that is. But yeah, this is exactly where we should be doing it. Um, so we've got destroy X and destroy Y, which I think are actually the right positions. So let's. Oh no, question is, have I got these the right way around? I don't think I have. I think these are probably switched. Um, so let's just do that first, and then we'll work out, do we actually need to do these things? So which of these do we actually need to do? Anchovies on pizza. I cannot stand anchovies unless they're those pickled ones you get at like the Tesco salad bar. I quite like those. Okay, the X and Y are the wrong way around here. Okay, so Graham Norton made Matt Smith eat real fish. Oh God. Do you know, I was watching I don't know why, I watched Taskmaster the other day. I don't know if anybody watches that. I love that show. And it got me kind of wanting to watch a bit more of Greg Davies's kind of stuff. So I went looking for some Greg Davies stuff, and he was on Graham Norton a few times, and he's so funny. I love that guy. He's hilarious because he just doesn't give a fuck, and it shows. He's cool. Yeah, Taskmaster's amazing. I love it. Such a great show. Uh, and surprisingly, it hasn't really lost any of its charm despite the pandemic as well. It's kind of, even though the audience isn't there, it's still funny as hell. So um, yeah, he's on Mock the Week quite a lot. He's done Cats Does Countdown quite a few times. But I was just going through all the stuff that he'd done, and it was because I was kind of running out of stuff to watch. His stand-up show is good as well. He's brilliant. Yeah. Why am I not seeing the? Is it because it hasn't been removed yet? Because we're not seeing those 100s anywhere. The screen's shaking. We're not seeing the 100s. Okay. Let's have a look. I think it probably is because of that. So exit and remove. I think the thing is at this point it should have been removed. Reduce hit points. Exit. Oh no, it's not because this has been cleared. Okay. So actually, what I'm going to do here is in items, add item. I'm going to make this a bit simpler because this is cannot store an item in the scenery. Um, so actually, I'm going to get rid of this kind of because I'm not expecting it to spawn in the scenery at all. Uh, oh, nice Haze. Forgotten World. Oh, it's a cool game. A great two-player game, that. Back when I had friends. Um, okay, so what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to get rid of the lookup, the self mod lookup here. Uh, yeah, just get rid of that, I think. Because if we've exploded something, if we're adding an item, it can't possibly be in the scenery. It has to be in the right place. So let's see how this works now. And there we go. We've got the 100 there. And so that should work for these as well. Sweet. Now we can add a bit of variation into these so they don't always appear in that top corner. We do need to make sure that we can't move through them as well, so I'm going to look at that in a second. But before we do that, let's just do some small changes here. So what I want to do, first of all, is I want to have a look at this persistence file, which is this one here. And what we're going to use the bottom nibble for anything that it should drop. And the top nibble will just define, actually we'll use the very highest, so we'll make it 8 to, that will just define whether or not something needs to shake the screen when it explodes. So that's going to be quite easy for us to add in. We can do this in the chartpad parser file in here. And we basically just need to change these values here, these bonuses. So it kind of, maybe I'll do it like this actually. I'll do screen shake. There we go. And what I'll do is I'll combine these values at the end of the file properly. So mines will always shake the screen, so that will be true. And then in our persist file down here, bonus file is persist data bonus plus. I hate doing this because it's such messy JavaScript, but screen shake 128.0. There we go. I really don't like these ternary operators when they're in something big like this. I don't mind if they're on one line, but I'm really not that keen on them being in something like this. In fact, I've seen stuff like this in JavaScript, which I absolutely detest. So, something like this where it'd be like file result equals a equals 0, and then it will be like, okay, b equals 0, and then this will be like 1, 2, and then there'll be another one here which will be like c equals 0, and it's just like, what are you doing, man? This is like the most unreadable code ever. Like, look at that. How easy is that to just work out? I mean, it's perfectly valid JavaScript, but it's fucking horrible. So yeah, that's a real bugbear of mine, and people do that a lot. So actually, yeah, I can, if I just put this on, if I just do this. There you go, and then I can just add it in here instead. It's probably a bit easier. I don't know why I've done them 2 different ways, but whatever. I really don't care that much about this file. It's just a scripting file, so but that should give us the results we need anyway. Thank God C is not equal to 8. Yeah. Actually, one of the things that I learned when doing code quality training, but I guess you wouldn't even call it that. It was just like coding standards training. Was some people like to do stuff like this. So say you've got an if statement and you do something like that. It's actually better to switch it to that way round. And the reason for that is because if you then make a mistake and you do that, this won't work. This is a runtime error. It's in a parser it would be a compiler, in a transpiler. So it's better to write it that way around. But I still don't. I'm still just used to doing it that way around. I don't know why. It's just one of those habits you can't get out of. I've just always done it that way around, and it's a real bad habit to break. Yeah, it does. Yeah, exactly. I don't do it either, but it does make sense. Yeah. Like always braces. Yeah, like here, this is a bad line. This is something I wouldn't normally do. I'd normally do. In fact, I'm going to do it now just because looking at it bugs me. Even with an if statement that you could put all on one line. What I've seen people do is they'll go, oh, okay, I've got an if statement. I've got it all on one line like this. And then they go, okay, well, that's wrapping off the edge of the screen now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. So then that means the next person that comes in looks at this and goes, okay, if statement, okay, and then we've got this here. Okay, so I don't know why, but they've indented it wrong, so I'm going to indent that. And they start assuming that this is all part of this if statement. So it is really a good idea just to use braces all the time. So tell that to Python people. Yeah, Python people are stupid though. Yeah, linters do detect a lot of that, and actually what we ended up doing was having a couple of levels of linting and style kind of checks, which kind of helped with things like that. Um, but it is still kind of annoying when you see people just making these kind of mistakes. The other thing with braces as well, the other reason why braces are really important, um, is if you I'll try to think of a perfect example now. In line braces, that is. So if you get used to doing stuff like this, so if you get used to doing this, and then you do your braces like this, I do need a nice cup of hot chocolate. I've actually got some hot chocolate up there as well. So if you get used to doing braces like this, you can run into problems, right? Because then if you've got a function which returns an object, right? I would normally return an object like this, um, whatever. Um, Now, if you've got used to doing braces like this, your temptation would be to do that, but that actually won't return the object. That will return null. So you've got to be careful about things like that as well. Um, JS gotchas, yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's not what I was trying to do. I was trying to add those extra values in. So what we've done now is we've added some values in which tells us that these things are going to explode. So anything that's got true in here is going to have its value in here. Um, the upper bit is going to be set to A. So let's just give that a quick try. So I just need to compile it so we can see it. Oh, actually no. So you see it's done something wrong here, and that's because it's a string. So what I need to do is I just need to change the method down here. So at the moment, what's happening is these two values are being padded out like this. So I'm going to get rid of that like so, and I'm going to do the padding in here instead. There we go. And what I'm going to do as well is because this is, oh, actually, no, it will put it on a new line anyway. Damn it. All right. No, that's fine. As I say, I don't really care about that file. I don't know why I'm getting so involved in that. I don't give a shit about JavaScript anymore. I'm done with that. Sha-la-la-la-la-la Batman. Yeah, so automated testing is something that I was kind of tasked with doing in my last few kind of months at the company that I was at. I'd say months. It was probably a bit more than that. Um, Actually, no, it wasn't that. It was one of the last things I did, but I kind of handed it over to someone before the end. So although it was more around testing front end stuff, so testing. Here he is. Here's the guy that does it all. Uh, yeah, there's the guy that does it now. So he does all the front end testing there, Cosmin. Um, you've never done it, always comes back to haunt you. Well, yeah. I mean, at the moment, I'm dealing with Java a lot, so yeah, the chess swap video. Yeah. Okay, so that's the thing I want to do next. I want to make sure that I don't, crash into those things. They shouldn't be crashable. Which I think is quite simple. But let's get the screen chasing. So at the moment, everything makes the screen shake. So the first thing we need to do is we need to deal with that. So if we go in here, going to try and get these last few remaining things done before I quit for the night. I don't mind Java. I just don't like reading legacy Java. It's, if you've got a piece of code that's been around for 15 years and it's been patched by person after person after person after person, it becomes a horrible, horrible piece of code. And even though, people are doing their best to try and keep the uh, you know, keep it kind of neat and refactored and working well and following standards. There's always cases where somebody has to make a quick decision and do something that's technically bad but works, and that's just kind of piled on top of stuff. And trying to find so my job at the moment as security analyst is kind of going through code bases like this to see if I can find um, problematic code, so you can see, security deficiencies in code, and that's really difficult when you've got code like that. It's really, really hard. So I've got tools to kind of to give me UML diagrams of the code and flows through the code, and report various kind of metrics from the code, like psychomatic complexity and stuff, so I can work out where to focus my attention on. But it's not an easy task at all. So, but it's different, and it's I prefer to working with JavaScript. That's for sure. All right. Okay. So where's our little explosion? So our explosion's happening here. So we should, in theory, just be able to grab a value. So exit and remove. Okay. So that's our hit points here. Exit and remove. So our hit points is this one here. So I should be able to, at this point, shit, can I use accumulator here? I think I can, yeah. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer Y to the accumulator and push that onto the stack. And then here, oh, actually, I do not. I'm just going to store it somewhere. So I'm going to store this in, let's create a 0 page value in here. Let's call it, we're on this type temp. I think we're still all right for 0 page. How is my 0 page? Yeah, it's fine. All right. So we can do a check here. So we'll do load wide bonus temp here. And if it's plus, jump to here. Okay, cool. So that should stop the screen shaking now whenever. Oh, thanks for the bits, by the way. I said thank you. I said yes, I could do with hot chocolate, but I didn't actually thank you for the bits. Thanks for the bits, Speed. Uh, 30-year-old C has got to be some of the oldest. Yeah. It's bugging the drag and drop a file that took 200 lines across 15. Oh, God, man. It's a lot harder to find bad code in dynamic type systems. Yeah, that's true as well. But the problem is with legacy code is you don't have anybody who truly knows the code inside out, and that's when it becomes. Oh, why is that not working? Have I got it the wrong way around? Or maybe I got it the wrong way around. Oh no, okay. But there's nothing's exploding now. Oh, I know why. It's not exploding because I'm not actually doing it correct. What I should be doing here is increasing Y. I need to actually load it from, load those values in here. Yeah, I've got it on Switch. I need to have a play through it again at some point as well, just to kind of catch up with it a little bit. So, okay, so that did screen shake. Those did screen shake, but these things shouldn't screen shake, which they don't, which is good. So this is working correctly now. So the only thing I need to do is make sure that the right thing appears here. So that is just a case of checking that value with 1 and 2. So that is here, this bit here. So we've already got the value stored here. So all we need to do now is compare it to, actually, what would it be? It's going to be either explode or it's going to have a bonus. So 0. Hang on, let's put a skip in here. So I'm actually going to jump if it's 0, because I think if it's 0, it's not going to, it can't display anything. It hasn't got anything to display. And that's the explosion. We don't want that. So we actually want to do it here. No one got that one as well. We've had that before as well, and no one got it. Cecconoid on Twitch, yes. Okay, so if it's 0, we don't want to display an item, but then we also need to check if it's 3 or above. We also don't display. So now we should only get the items drop from barrels and spikes. Actually, let me do one other fix here. Well, actually, let's just get test. Oh, it's still open. All right, let's do the other fix then. Okay, so the other fix is I'm going to add a very, very small table just here. I think I'm going to put it. Item drops, and this is just going to have 2 bytes in it, which is going to be item 100, item star. So it is going to be here. And then that is going to be load accumulator item drops -1 because it starts at 1, not 0, comma y, and then I'm going to transfer that to y. And that's going to make sure that the right object comes out of the right thing. You should be able to see that now. Of Radio Shalom on. I considered the other day downloading every game I have on Steam and just installing it on my NAS drive. But I have like 1,000 and something games, so it's probably not a wise idea. I was just thinking, what if I just want to play one of them? And I was thinking, I can download it in no time, so just being stupid, really. It's more of a because I can. You know it is. Okay, what's failing here? Relative address is legal, jump distance too far. Okay, so exit without removing. 308 destroyable. Exit without removing. Okay, so we just need to flip this on its head. So chip plus to here, jump to here, put that there. Okay. Things are not games at Steam Store. Let's go buy another hard drive here. I can't remember how many terabytes. I've got a few terabytes of SSD internally, which I install like my most common games on, and all my tools and stuff. And I do actually have a Steam library on my NAS for the less common stuff. So if I've got something that's big, but I'm not necessarily going to play all that much, then it will end up on the NAS drive. Okay, this is looking good. So the Okay, that's not correct though. It is displaying something, but it's displaying wrong. Okay. And that should be coming from constants, which is item star DE, item 100D. I got this the wrong way around. DE. No, that should be DE. I'll destroy one there. Okay. Oh, hang on. Stupid. That's the wrong way around. That's why. Sometimes the autocomplete can be a pain. Sometimes it will think, oh, you've typed TYA, but obviously you mean TAY. Okay, so let's blow some of these up. Make some space. Right, okay, so I'm expecting stars from these, which I'm getting, which is nice. Okay, but I actually might animate those stars. It wouldn't be a huge task to animate them. There you go, the 100s from them. So they're kind of working correctly now. So the only thing we need to do is make sure that we can't, they don't block us. So to do that, first of all, I'm going to just change the update function to return, which is going to make sure that we can test these properly. And then in player, ooh, collision get blocked out. Oh, there you go. That's handy straight away, straight into the right position. So that's in collision. Free chars before particles. Particle char count. Okay, let's have a look at these. So free chars before particles, 16. Ah, okay. So that is what's that? Okay. Oh, okay. Free chars before particles. So that's these here. We should probably just change it to 32 because there's no need for these to be collision as well, and it frees up these here as well. So, and then I might put a second frame of animation in here, but I might finish that on the next stream. Let's just see if this works really easily. Then we'll just go ahead and put the animation in as well while we're at it. Good tune choices here, by the way. Let's pick this one. Warlock. Good choice. Okay, so at the moment, well, previously I could bang into these. I can see they're behaving quite well. The bullets are going through them now. There's a bit of a flash as they go through, and I think that's because the bullet takes priority. But I'm okay with that. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, you can see the bullet is actually being drawn. That's absolutely fine. The bullet should take priority, and I can move through them as well, so that's good. Particles appear behind them, so that's good as well. That means that the particles don't remove them from the scene. And the particles appear out the other side. So this is looking pretty good. I'm absolutely fine with that. That's such a minor thing, considering what we're trying to do here. That is really minor. It does mean that the decal doesn't display on this wall over here, but considering this is only going to happen when these things are around, that's not bad at all. It should be the same with these as well. Yeah, exactly the same behavior. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another frame into this. It's just going to be a really simple. I'm just going to switch these two bits over. So the way I'm going to do it is you just copy that to this space here. Basically, I'm just going to do this. So they're going to switch between the two bits like that. And it's just going to give those stars a little bit of an animation. And the way I'm going to make this work is really simple. In the draw function for the items, they are drawn every frame. So what I'm going to do is here we actually transfer the value and then store it. So what I'm going to do is before I store it, in fact, before I transfer it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to load data type here. Actually, let me just put that in there. I'm going to actually load first frame timer, like so. And I want this to work by staying on for a couple of frames and off. So what I'm going to, instead of doing the normal where I do like this and check for 0, which is just 1 out of 8 frames, what I want to do is make sure that for a number of frames it stays on. So if I do an AND with 1, it will be 1 frame at a time. So it'll do 1 frame and off for 1 frame. If I do 2, it's the second bit. So it will be 2 frames on and off, 4 and 8 and so on. So I'm going to set it to 4. And then I'm just going to do that. So I'm just going to skip over this bit here. But also what I'm going to do is before we go into any of that, I'm going to compare this value, or actually I can do it from here. I'm going to compare Y to item star. And if it's not equal to item star, we also skip over it. However, if it is equal to item star and the frame timer is set, we're just going to increase Y by 1. And that's just going to make sure that it shows the second frame instead. So that's a pretty simple animation there. So it should work fairly smoothly. So, and then I think after that, I'm probably going to call it a night. I was going to get the collision in for that, but we can do that on the next stream. So what we'll do on the next stream is we'll do all the player to item collisions. So it's going to be player to the items that we've just created, also the player to enemy bullets as well. So the mines will actually be able to kill us. Well, they'll be able to hit us. Whether or not we get the death routine, and I don't know. But there's no reason we couldn't do. Okay, so at the moment it's just flashing, so that's incorrect. That's just because I haven't saved this, that's all. Okay, so that's saved. Actually, I need to export this one, don't I? So export character set. Oh my god, where was it? I thought it was in here. Our base charts, there we go. So it's only a 2-frame animation, this, but it should be enough just to make it seem a little bit more, a little bit less static than it is at the moment. The 100s don't matter; they are static. There you go. It's just, I think it's a little bit too. Okay, that's interesting. It's only doing it on 1. It's not doing it on the other ones. Can I shoot through it still? I can. It's also a bit too quick. I think it needs to slow down a bit. So slow it down. And work out why it's not doing it on these ones. That's odd. So let's up this timer a bit here. Actually, let's make that a constant. So star and in frame time. And then we can change it here. You see, so the only requirement here is must be a power of 2. Now we could change this so it wouldn't have to be a power of 2, but then we start making this animation take a lot of processing time. As it stands, this is a pretty quick thing to do, although for some reason it's not working for everything. So need to figure out why that is. Yeah, why is that? That's strange. Yeah, let's try again. I'm not sure why that's. I always like to try and keep timers at a power 2 just for that reason, just to make things that's a lot better. But why does the second one not do it? That's the odd thing. Okay, why? Let me try restarting that and just shoot one at a different one. So this time I'm going to shoot the top one here. So the first one is fine, and then the second one, it's not. Okay, that's really odd. Why might that be? Why might that be? Is it not going through them all? Draw items. Oh wait, why? Why? Wait, have I got frame timer comma X somewhere? What the hell? Oh no. Why was it comma X? Well, that was the problem. I don't know why that was comma X at all. But that's the problem. Okay, good night, Kramus. Yeah, I'm going to stop myself shortly anyway. So, good night. Take care. Good to see you. Um, oh, heavy metal. No one got that. Interesting. Okay, hopefully now these should all flash or animate, should I say. Cool. So the one difference between this version and the version the one difference between this version and the version that's the original version is that these things move towards you as you get close. Now that's something I agreed with Andy is going to be too much kind of stuff to do to have these moving as well as doing that. But what I would like to do is I would like to randomize them a little bit. So what I'm going to do, and this is going to be the last thing, as soon as that animation went in so quickly, I'm going to do it. So what I'm going to do is here, where this thing happens here, I'm going to increment these values randomly. So I think the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it based on the timer. I'm going to, rather than grab a random number and use a bit of extra processor, I'm just going to use the timer because this should be enough for us. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to end that with 01. And that's going to vary the Y, you see. And then to vary the X, I do that first. If I do this up here, oops. Because this is going to be 0 or 1 here, right? So then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to end it on the next bit instead. So I'm going to below the frame timer, I'm going to AND that with 0, 2. And if that's equal to 0, I'm going to skip ahead to here. Now, I skip. I have to call it that. Otherwise, I'm just going to increase X. And what that's going to do is sometimes, so for 2 frames, it will have the X on the right-hand side. For 2 frames, it will be on the left-hand side. And then for 1 frame, the Y will be down, and for 1 frame, it will be up. And so that means, depending on what the timer is at that very point, you will get it in one of 4 locations. So hopefully now, when we blow things up, they should appear randomly, a little bit more randomly. And see, we haven't had to use random there, so it's kind of some sneaky use of the timer there. And this goes to what I was saying in the chat earlier today about random stuff, is that your level of randomness, the level of entropy you need in your randomness, basically comes down to how you're going to use it. And for this, it's absolutely fine to have it based on timers. So you can see here, that feels random. It doesn't feel like there's a pattern there. And the next time I come into this screen and blow those up, they'll be different. Same with this. If I just shoot all the way along here, there you go. So we've got those random values, and because we know that these items are always 2 by 2, it's the perfect kind of system for this. And we've managed to do that in. I mean, what have we added there? We've added that and that in terms of extra. So that's what 4, 8, 10, 14, 18 cycles, which compared to a random number generator, which we would have probably had to run twice here, would have been problematic. So actually it's less than that because these are 0 page. So it would have been 16 cycles. So it's quite a quick thing. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it a night there. So I'm just gonna let this tune play out a little bit. I'm just gonna give it another quick test just to make sure the patterns are different the second time around, and then we'll go and find someone to raid. So let me bring up the raid list. Hulk's on, Thunder Ghost is on, Clipper's on, playing Mega Man again. Oh, Hulk's playing Binding of Isaac. I still haven't played that, Tonda's playing retro though. That's probably more. Yeah, see that the randomness is different this time round. So, and that just stops it looking so kind of perfectly symmetrical as it was before. This is giving you something a bit more unpredictable and makes it feel a bit more like the original game, which does have a slight randomness to it. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So we've got things in. I just want to turn the item. I'm going to do one more quick test before I do the raid, which is just to turn the update back on. Let's have a look at this in full glory now. Everything we've done tonight. Not bad. I mean, that's 3 hours work with a bit of chatting in the middle, so it's not too bad. We've fixed a bug, quite an annoying bug with the screen shift, and we've added some proper behaviors now into the to the explosions. Yeah, that's good. Okay, cool. So we just need to make them collectible, and then we're kind of done. So pretty awesome. Cool. All right, let's see. Can we rate? Let's see what Tonda's playing. So Tonda is playing Bard's Tale again. Hulky's playing that. What's Moonbeam playing? Moonbeam's playing. That doesn't look retro. That looks kind of modern, whatever that is. Okay, let's go with Tonda because Tonda's looks the most retro out of those. And I'm too lazy to find another one. And I like raiding Tonda anyway. He's a cool guy. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. And I shall see you on, what day are we on today? Cecconoid, Thursday. All right. I will see you guys on Saturday for some more pick and mix. I think we're actually at the point where we can do intro stuff, or at least game over anyway. Cool. Um, all right, take care, guys, and I'll see you on Saturday. Cheerio. Oh, it helps if I actually start the raid as well. So I always do this. Always do this. All right, take care, guys. See you on Saturday.